My intention in this space is to help you as much as I can move forward in health. Take one step forward, a powerful step forward in health today. What has your experience been on a health path if you're moving forward? If you're trying to make a powerful decision, it means we're trying to change, right? And changing may be one of the most difficult things that we can do in life. Like, change often happens to us. Like, change impossible to eliminate as much as we might try. But to consciously change, isn't it the case that the things that we really want, the things that have great value to us for whatever reason in this life, often are on the other side of a barrier, an obstacle, a challenge, something that resists our path? Many times, that type of space is, it takes us right into the emotional core of our being. And this has been my experience after working for many years with people on a health path, internal medicine clinic, weight management clinic, type 2 diabetes focus. We're getting right into core spaces, both health in the body, emotional spaces. And today I want to help us take one step. To do that, I'm going to read you a little passage from this beautiful little book, Dear Artist. As we are working together to create our health experience. Today, this session, I titled it Water the Garden with Your Tears. That came out of this. Tears are a sort of thing, think of it like a fountain springing out, okay? What is the barrier that you are facing? Are you aware of it or are you not aware of it? Is it buried deep or is it close to the surface? Sometimes the type of thing that can really be an unlock is the type of thing I want to help us with. How do we unlock our health path? I want it to flow, right? We say we're looking at the dual reality of our experience, that we're in a difficult space and we face challenges and obstacles, and that there can be struggle in life. And on the other side of it, we want to minimize the struggle, that we want to flow through, that we're trying to let fasting do the work. We're in fasting space. We're trying to unleash the power of a fasting space in our body so that it can burn through excess and things that aren't needed, that aren't serving us anymore. Just let go of it. This is what we're trying to do with food for a little bit. We let go of it. Just for the amount of time that serves us, just for the amount of time that feels good and helps to bring energy and life and vitality and strength to the body. Love it. All right, but does it take deep work to get there? Take a listen to this passage. When a vessel becomes full of water, the water simply overflows the vessel. The vessel does not try to keep the water from releasing. In this way, both the water and the vessel are free. Neither suffers nor bursts. Do you see, dear soul, I am talking to you and your tears. You are designed to cry so that your vessel does not suffer, so that it can retain equilibrium and regulation. Overflow is how you maintain well-being, and your tears, once released, water the garden that is this world. Many of us have been conditioned to hold our water, to keep it captive, and this is against our divine design. You are a holy vessel filled with holy water. This water is meant to move through and then out of you. It has purpose in the garden beyond you. When the water builds and rises to your brim, set it free. Let it flow. I like to just read through a passage like that, and I'll hit you with some of my thoughts as we go through it again on a deeper level. How did it sit with you? What do you think of that? I was, planning out our session last night and thinking through what should we talk about, and I just came back to this book. I said, let's hit something from this book, something that is nourishing, speaking to the soul, right? Trying to give us strength and energy in a space. I take as many sessions as anyone wants to talk about metabolism, to talk about calories and hormones and any kind of scientific topic. I dive back in. I've been putting together a couple talks, intermittently. I put in, check out the playlist on academic talks. You can dig into some papers and science stuff. The thing that's been speaking to me, the thing that has been on my heart to share is something like this, How do we take the knowledge to recognize, okay, there's some simple basic truths that we need to know, right? That, okay, eating less can help a person to lose weight. Yes, it can. But then with a caveat that most of the weight loss world is focused on eating less but never fasting. This is one of the things I was reflecting on last night. We are giving people conflicting information a lot. We're hammering people, you got to eat less, okay? And then this makes logical sense. Want to eat less, lose weight. But then we hit people, but don't eat too little, okay? Because if you eat too little, you might slow down your metabolism, you might hurt yourself. And so I was just realizing what a confused place that is. I was just feeling it on a deeper level last night. That you can feel really boxed in. Or you feel like, okay, especially if you're stuck in a place like, hey, this is not working. Have you experienced this? Where it's like, I'm not necessarily making so much progress. Turns out the physiology in the body, we've reviewed this. Calorie restriction without fasting is when the body understands it would burn. We're saving the food for we're saving the stored energy for when the food's all gone. When the food's never gone, this is how we can trigger slowing of the metabolism. Body trying to preserve that energy. Fasting is what totally opens up the space. Body's like, oh, we can burn that now. It's so profound. I just have to keep reminding myself, okay? I remind myself, this is really profound space. But I like how they say it in here. Set free. This is what I see as fasting. Set free out of this little box that a dieting paradigm can put us in. Very beautiful and profound space. Some of these lines I dive in with you here. When a vessel becomes full of water, the water simply overflows. Just picture that. Picture the picture. Overflowing with water. I mean, this is a beautiful metaphor for many things, Don't hang on to so much stuff. Maybe that's the stress. Maybe that's trauma that has happened. Maybe that is difficulty and struggle that we have. Can we picture the picture? Just let some of that flow out. Don't hold it inside. We do so much of this. We're just like this all the time. Fasting showing us a model that's more like this, It's more open. Do you want more openness in your life? Try practicing some fasting. Try growing in your process and experience. My experience has been that process has helped me to experience more openness. This is what we want. So just like we're picturing that, okay, the vessel does not try to keep the water from releasing. And if it did, it could be damaged. Think of what that means for us in our experience. Have you felt that in your life? Where it's like you've got some negative energy of some kind. mistakes that were made, words that were spoken, we hang on to it, we keep it in here. Can't it damage the vessel? We got into a lot of that in the fall. We did that session on letting go of anger. That we hang on to anger because we think or we feel that it's like punishing the person or the thing or the situation that made us angry. But isn't the case that when we hang on to it, we end up just punishing ourselves? That's what this saying can damage our own vessel. Queen of Heaven is here. Let's cry together. Oh man, thank you so much. I say let's do it. No fake tears from me, okay? I've done my share of tears in the last little while. But like, absolutely, let anything go that you can. Water the garden with your tears. This is saying it's okay, you know? Our society, I think, seems to have this general thing that says it's not okay. I think we can feel a social pressure. You know, it's just like, maybe this is part of the social media age. Like, everything's got to be curated images on the platforms, and everybody's got to be okay, but it's not always okay, right? What this is saying, don't hang on to it. Don't keep it in there. Might damage the vessel. When the vessel is releasing the water, what it says here, then you can see, then both the vessel and the water are free. I love it. Freedom for us, freedom, absolutely. Freedom in our spirit, freedom from things that might have been binding us down, like depression and anxiety and all of these things. Passage like this is what I'm saying. Is this helpful to you to get into this sort of space? To me, helping me to take a deep breath, helping to release some of these things. Are there things that you need to let go of? Let me know. What are the things that you are struggling with? Can you cry it out? Is it something that you really need to let it flow? That's what I say. It says here, you are designed to cry so that the vessel doesn't suffer. I think so often we think, oh, if I'm crying, I'm suffering, right? We don't want to cry. Right? So we think, oh, is crying weakness? So we keep stuff in. We say, I'm not crying, so therefore I'm not suffering. But crying is actually healing. Do you feel that way? Have you felt that way when you finally cracked through the barrier and you let the emotion out and the tears came? Don't you usually feel better after that? Like you go through it? Like something about the process. You say, well, maybe the process isn't uncomfortable, but it's like actually experiencing it. You know, you have to experience something in order to let the tears come. We don't want to experience it again. We were hurt in some way. We got some deep thing. If we bury it, then we say we don't have to re-experience it in that space. So we can have compassion on ourselves if we don't want to do it, and we can see how that process develops. You say, who wants to go through something difficult? But then it's like we're in a rock and a hard place, because it's like there's difficulty either way. It's difficult to cry and to like fully be present with a grief. And it's difficult to hang on to it too, and so what is our choice? This is giving us the opportunity to think really deeply. You're designed to cry so the vessel doesn't suffer. That if we are here in a health space, right, we are trying to take care of the body, right? This is what I want for people. I want weight that you don't want on the system. I want you to help you release it. Blood sugar that you have that's floating around, you say, I don't need it. I want to burn it up in a fasting space. I say fasting's like a fire. We've got energy there. We're just putting the logs on the fire. That's the energy that we want to burn up, okay? We don't want suffering in the body. I don't want suffering in the body for everybody. Like the big point to me of being a doctor, how do we relieve suffering in the body? How do we help minimize suffering, maximize flourishing? This is everything that I want for people. But it takes a process to do that, and it takes time to do that. It takes care and thoughtfulness to do it. To me, hearing from this and this perspective, say you're designed to cry, do you believe that? I just believe that. Don't be afraid of it. Accept it and welcome it. That's what I would say. It can be hard to do, It takes a lot of thoughtfulness to intentionally open up a space where you might encounter something like that. Give yourself a big pat on the back for doing something that a lot of people won't do. A lot of people say, just burying the stuff, but you say, I'm open to it, right? If you're having trouble getting into a space like that, that's what I say, fasting to me is like a gateway into a deep emotional space in the body. We initially feel those emotions first as hunger, right? Hunger is both physical and it's emotional, right? And so if you are trying to get in a space, say crack things open a little bit, how do I get into an emotional space where we can have a dual purpose, right? Fasting space, you say ultimate dietary space, nothing is coming in, putting the full weight of the metabolism on that reserve energy, just totally open up the space for weight loss and wellness to come out of it if that's the path that you are on. Okay, but at the same time, it's opening up the emotional space. That's how I feel about this, so that you can regain equilibrium and regulation. This passage, which is speaking to an artist, is everything to me that is encompassing what we're trying to do in health. Regain equilibrium and regulation. Isn't this what we need in our body and our life? Bring things back into balance. Find a centering space of peace and contentment. A space, remember we did the session, what did we call it? Not necessarily seeking happiness, but seeking contentment. Something much more grounded and stable, which is the type of space that happiness and joy can flow out of. Overflow is how you maintain well-being. I love the word well-being. Well-being is what I want for myself and everyone, Well-being is, to me, it feels like a level up from health, Like health, okay, health to me feels like the absence of some negative thing, but well-being feels like so positive, The presence of flourishing. Your tears once released water the garden that is this world. To me, this is just beautiful words. To me, it is inspiring, I've shed some tears over the last, month, certainly. I think about tears releasing. Good for the person, right? I felt better. I had some stuff I had to release. It happened, But then think, is the cycle not done, This is what is so beautiful to think of as watering the garden that is this world, In the very micro sense, like we can look to natural cycles and think about the incredible functioning of the body. Think of the incredible cycles in nature. Everything is a continuous loop. The water never disappears. It's flowing from one thing into the next. It's got its own life cycle. But then this is, a metaphor. The fact that we released it, right? Aren't we lighter? Aren't we approaching things differently? If everybody was letting go of everything that was weighing them down and holding them, wouldn't the world be a better place? We can't control other people and what happens, but we can control ourselves. And isn't this what is important to do? The work that we need to do to make our contribution to the world, watering our little patch of garden are part of it, you know. I really think this matters. This is what I've been thinking about lately. I think it matters for everyone. I think it matters for ourselves. I think it matters for other people. We matter. You matter. I just tell you, are you feeling that? This experience that we're having matters. And if something as simple and as small as our few tears can be watering the garden of the world, you know, that matters. I feel. Many of us have been conditioned to hold our water, right? Keep the tears in, keep it captive. Isn't that keeping us captive in a space? But this is against our divine design. You are a holy vessel filled with holy water. Think of that. That's how he's describing tears, as something precious, like sacred, right? That these aren't to be feared. These are good things. They're like the best things. The water is meant to move through you and then out of you. See, it has a purpose. Purpose to it. Like we did the session a couple days ago, fasting with purpose. How about crying with purpose, right? Like just bringing the intention to it. Say, I am letting go of everything that is holding me back on this path. Any bit of darkness. Let it flow. When the water builds, rises to your brim, set it free. Let it flow. Appreciate you sharing this space with me. Welcome your feedback on these sessions. Let me know what you think of this. If I had so many people here asking questions, I would love it. We have a big ongoing conversation. This space is yours. I'm here to help you walk on a path. Let me know where you're at and what you need, and how can I make these sessions as helpful as possible to you. Happy to do it. Leave your preferences in the comments. You want more academic talks? You like something like this, Center the Mindset? Happy to hear it. I wish you the very best in this day. Do some deep thinking on these. I'm going to be. And if you have the opportunity, water the garden a little bit today. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Be well, everyone.